Hey, well-rounder. Welcome to another episode of A Well-Rounded Life. Today, we are going to get technical, logistical, and get to work on our business backend. As a business owner, podcaster, coach, course creator, and so forth, I'm excited to share with you my favorite business tools of 2021. I get asked often by clients and peers, what are your favorite tools for this and for that, G? Well, today I'm spilling the tea and sharing what helps keep my business moving along smoothly. Even more so, these tools are so fantastic that you can also implement them into your personal life. So hit pause, go grab a notepad, and listen in as I give you a rundown of the 7 business tools I'm currently loving. Hey there, and welcome to A Well-Rounded Life, the podcast, a space for creative entrepreneurs seeking an intentional life and biz filled with grace, passion, and purpose. I'm your host, Jamira. I'm a mama, wife, dessert fanatic, and on the ultimate mission to get you closer to your idea of what it means to live a well-rounded life. Right here is where you'll find curated resources, quick tips, and relatable stories, no matter what season of life you're in. So hang out with me for a bit and let's dive in. Today's episode of A Well-Rounded Life is sponsored by the software that I use to map out my social media posts, and that is Planoly. Planoly allows for my team and I to upload, caption, and schedule IG posts, stories, and even works well with Pinterest. No more excuses on why we haven't seen you over on the gram or active on Pinterest. So give Planoly a try using the link in the show notes, block off some time, and we can't wait to see your new beautiful feed. So can you guess what my first tool is? I'll give you a hint. It's Planoly. I've been using Planoly over the past few years to map out my content for my Instagram feed. Over on the Planoly app, I upload my images, I write out the captions, and I schedule my posts. I sometimes even do this via the desktop, which is great because you can use your phone or you can use your computer. The other cool thing is it allows for me to batch my posts, which is great for when I am traveling or super busy working on a project or with my clients. More info on Planoly, we can find it all in the blog post for today's show, which is awellroundedlifepodcast.com/episode 76. But you know me, you know how I roll. I'm going to make sure you have all of the details in the show notes as well for everything that I'm going to go through in today's episode. All right, so have no fear, I got you covered. Also, my resources page over on jamira.com/resources is also loaded and packed with my favorite tools for business, for home, and just things that I love. And so I always send people to that page because it is where I drop all of the gems and the things that make my life run a lot more smoothly. Okay? So hang out over there as well if you're looking for new tools and resources, and let me know what you find. I always love hearing from you guys. Let's move on to number 2. So number 2 is all about the tool that I use to send out my weekly newsletter, aka the weekly roundup. And I'm going to admit that previously I hated, legit did not like the idea of trying to draft an email and sending out notifications and updates to my audiences weekly, monthly, and so forth, because it's a lot of work. However, that has changed. It has changed thanks to Flowdesk, which I'm so grateful for. Flowdesk also allows for me to communicate and keep my community up to date with all of the happenings over here at Team Living Well-Rounded. And so my well-rounders are the very first people to hear about the deals, the launches, and exciting things that we have coming up soon. So if you are not on our email list, you need to get to it because just like I said, we have some amazing launches and rebrands coming your way. All right. So jamira.com is where you can sign up to get on our email list, or you can check out the link in the show notes, or just hit me up on Instagram at Coach4Creatives, and I'll make sure that we take the very best care of you because you need to be in the know. All right. And so, before I forget, you can also give Flowdesk a try for free, totally free for 30 days and save 50% off using the link that I am dropping in the show notes, right? I love how they let you try it out, play around with it, see how your audience responds. They have great analytics, so you can see if people are opening your emails, how they're opening the emails and from where and all the things. So you can test it out for a month, see if it's a good fit, and then sign up with 50% off. So go check it out. Number 3 is Trello. So funny story, I did not like Trello at all in the beginning. I kept hearing people saying, Trello, this is great, because I was, and I still am, an Asana girl. I love Asana. However, since working with my VA and another member on my team, we started using Trello to visually map out our newsletters, info about the courses, my courses, Systems for Your Sanity and Systems for Your Biz. And it's been great because we get to visually see everything. It's so cool. It's very cool to see the images laid out and the captions. And so I get to get a sneak peek at what my audience and my students are going to be able to see when they open up an email or when they jump into a course module. And so it works great. I get the notifications and my team loves it and they know how to use it. And so they taught me and now I get the hype. So Trello, the other cool thing is it is completely free for their basic option, which is enough to get you started. That is what I used and it was great and I got everything done and I had no complaints with Trello and they're always evolving. So give Trello a try. Like I said, it's totally free and it is a game changer when you're trying to map out content. Okay. So let's move on to a resource that I use on a daily basis. I mean, I'm talking throughout the day, y'all. And that is my to-do list app. So I use the to-do list app throughout the day to add my checklist, grocery list, and all the things. And so I love how it allows me to include family members on the list so that they can make their notes on it. If we're out of eggs, if we need to do something, or hey, can you check on this? It syncs with them and me, and it's all in one spot. And so every time I think, okay, I need to do this, or let's work on this project, I have a running list over on the to-do list app. Another app I'll just mention that I've used for years and years is Evernote. And I think I may have mentioned it on the show way back when, but between to-do lists and Evernote, there's no excuse on forgetting to do things or making lists, charts, and all the things because they both serve me well in that area. All right. It is also free, so that's good to know. And there is a desktop version. So if you are working, you can easily add your notes from the desktop or your phone. And the other thing that I use the to-do list app for is packing. And so I have a running packing list template type of thing. So when I'm trying to prepare the kids or myself to go on trips, it reminds me that, oh, we need sunscreen, bathing suits, whatever. So I use a master list and then I update it based on the type of trip that we are about to take. So I love that feature as well. And like I said, other family members can jump in and share the list and add as needed. Our fifth resource is the tool that I use to communicate with my team, and that is Slack. I mentioned Slack on the show before, but I feel like I've gotten more into the actual program more than ever because we've got a lot more things happening. And so I really love Slack. It allows for us to stay out of each other's inboxes, text messages, Voxer, and all the things. And so Slack, it allows my team to communicate in one spot. It keeps us organized and it syncs to other popular tools such as Google Drive and Asana, as I mentioned. And you can set your notifications if you do not want to be bothered. If you have a do not disturb, you can definitely let Slack know, and it will allow the team to know as well. And so when my VA is not working, then I can take a peek and I see she's not available. But when she is, she'll jump back online. We'll communicate. I'll let her know there's an update in Trello. Hey, can you fix this in the newsletter? And it's all in one spot. And so I can always go back and reference the conversations as well. Super seamless. I love it. And like I said, it allows us to communicate in one location. Okay. Oh, something else to mention. If my VA has a question, she'll hit me up on Slack, as I mentioned, but I also will send her a Loom video with instructions so she can view it there. And when I record the Loom video, I drop the link in Slack and then she can click it and then it'll give her video or audio instructions. And so I tell people all the time, when you are training your team or you want someone to know how to do something or you want to do a screen share, You can use Loom to do that, and it will allow you to save your videos. So if you have to train another team member, you don't have to keep recording the same videos. You can say, hey, this is how we upload information into our newsletter in Flowdesk, or this is how we post via Planoly. I'll record the video once, I'll save it in a folder, and then they'll go and they'll access it based off of what project they have going on. And I love that. Speaking of Loom, Loom has become my new BFF. Loom is a recording tool that I use to record quick videos to clients and my team when I need to show them how to do something, when I want to check in on them, and so forth. And so my clients, my playmakers, they know I love Loom. I will drop them a video in a heartbeat, and I will just say, hey, how's it going? Or, hey, don't forget to do this. So it's great because instead of typing, I just talk, and they get to hear from me, and I can hear from them as well. And I also use Loom to record presentations and voiceovers for slides and much more. And so it integrates with my Gmail, and I can also edit the videos within the program. And so let me back that up. If someone asks me to speak inside their membership group or to do some type of training, and I have my slides all created and all pretty, I can use Loom to go through the slides with them. It'll show my face on there, or sometimes just my voice. It just depends on what we are chatting about. And so it integrates well because it feels like they're seeing me live and I'm recording over the slide deck that I may have created. And as I mentioned, if I want to record a quick video and have it attached to a Gmail that I'm sending out, then it will allow me to do that. It'll create a thumbnail, which I think is so dope right now. And then the people getting the email will click it, get the message from you, get the instructions, and so forth. So it has been a total game changer. I know recently they changed their pricing tiers, and because I love it so much, I pay for like the next tier up, and it's great. It gets everything done that I need. And so just want to make sure that you give it a try, because I do believe they still have a free version. But go over to useloom.com, and you can also check out the show notes, and it'll have a link in the blog post on what Loom is, how to use it, and all the things. Okay. Last but certainly not least is lucky number 7, which is Google Calendar. You guys, I live for Google Calendar. Google Calendar is bae. Straight up, like, I don't know what I would do without Google Calendar. So when I open up my calendar and I see the pretty colors that are mapped out for my day, my responsibilities, it just does something for me. I'm not even gonna lie, because it is something that my type A Enneagram 1 heart desires, to have everything organized in one place. And like I said, with the colors, I can see what is happening and what needs to get done throughout my day. And so with Google Calendar, I keep my business and my life, personal life, managed and intact via the app or the desktop version. I schedule meetings, I share appointments, and even use it to carve out time to work on specific projects and tasks, because I like to batch everything. And so Google will allow me to block off maybe from 11 to 1 if I'm working on batching newsletters, or if I want to do from 9 to 10 just responding to emails or clients or whatever. It's great because I can batch it that way, and it'll let me coordinate the different components in my life. So if I'm working on the podcast, that may be one color. If I'm working on social media, it may be another color. And then if I'm bringing in the family, so favorite daughter, she is purple, and Jackson, he will be blue. And anything money related, bills or payments that need to be made, I pop those in green. And then critical to-dos are in red, and so forth. So again, I can see if Peyton has swim, Jackson has soccer, the mortgage is due, I need to have a call with a client. It'll all be a different color, and I can see how my day will move and flow, which is so dope to me. And the best part, besides there being an app that complements the Google Calendar, is that it's free. Totally free. You don't pay a dime. It's great, and you can see it on your phone. So to me, it doesn't get better than that. It's a no-brainer. I know people use Apple Calendar, iCal, and Outlook and all of that, but I just want to encourage you to give Google Calendar a try, because I use all things Google, and I love how I can access everything on the go. So that's why I'm like obsessed with it, because it's accessible. Okay. So I am curious to know, Do you currently use any of the tools or resources that I mentioned? Is that something that you do? And what is your favorite calendar resource? I want to know. So share with me over on Instagram or via email, hello@coachingforcreatives.co, as I am always on the hunt for the best of the best to move my day along, to serve my clients well, and to show my family the love and support that they need. And so I want to know what you guys are using, loving, and I can jump on that bandwagon as well. And if you found today's episode to be helpful, slide into my DMs, or even better, leave us a review over on Apple Podcasts, and it will be greatly appreciated. Links to do all of that and to reach me are in the show notes as well. So thank you for listening, Well-Rounder. I love you so very much, and I cannot wait to chat with you again next week. But you know the drill. Until then, stay safe, stay positive, and promise me you will focus on what matters most. All right? Bye. Friends, thanks for kicking it with us this week. Remember to subscribe so you're notified when a new episode airs. I'd love it if you leave us a review and share this goodness with your squad. Until next time, seek a well-rounded life and remember to focus on what matters most.